Hi, this will be a quick presentation of Microbots AI Chrome Extension capabilities. Thanks to integration with ChatGPT, the extension allows you to build various types of automations like test automation, process automation, and web crawlers just based on a list of steps in plain language. First, let me explain why I had to build this extension. ChatGPT, even with browsing, cannot access underlying code of the web application, so UI automation script generated by ChatGPT will most likely not work out of the box, as the selectors will be wrong or the logic will be incorrect. Here you can find the example. I asked ChatGPT to automate RPA challenge, but it cannot access the web page. It's just not designed for that purpose. There is a workaround. You can copy the HTML code manually to the prompt, as I have it here, but I find it quite time-consuming and inefficient. The HTML code contains a lot of garbage information. Due to that, the query to GPT will contain a lot of token that will increase the cost. Plus, of course, it makes the job for GPT more difficult. So I do not recommend it. Microbots AI easily solves these problems as it gets the HTML code of the web page, clears it, and adds it to the prompt automatically. The prefix and suffix of the prompt can be edited. By default is Puppeteer, but you can also ask GPT to provide the code in any programming language, including Java, C#, Cypress, or Python. After this short introduction, let's automate something. The web page that we want to automate needs to be an active tab, of course. In this simple example, I want my robot to fill out the web form. I recommend to start with open web page and then add actions like type or click. When I press generate code, you can see statistics. It shows how many tokens your query utilized. I'm paying for that query about half a cent for GPT 3.5. For GPT 4, there would be, of course, 10 times more or less. But I find GPT 3.5 even better than GPT 4. It's good for such a purpose. As you can see, the code generated code was generated here automatically within less than 10 seconds, and I'm pretty sure that it will work out of the box. I'm copying it to my Puppeteer project, disabling browser close, and let's run it. Yeah, it runs without any issues. So let's automate next steps. I want to get APR value out and of course loan ID. So this will be my steps in the process. I'm also waiting for that APR value to appear on the screen first, and these values will be outputted. Let's see what ChatGPT will generate. Okay, in this case, I don't need the whole code, I just need this small code snippet. And right now I will add it to my project and press run. As you can see, everything works out of the box, and we have this small automation built generally in half a minute, 30 seconds. But as you can see in my code, I have a lot of hard-coded values. To use of that, I will use fix the code button, so ChatGPT will replace these hard-coded values. I paste here my code. So I'm asking ChatGPT to define a function and then replace hard-coded values with functions arguments. And let's see what the tool will produce. Yeah, as you can see, it changed the function to the function with arguments, as you can find here. And this here you can find reference values and also some test case. Great, we can move one step further. Now I will be asking ChatGPT to convert all of the selectors to an application model in JSON format. As you can see, it created a JSON that we can use in our project with the selectors, and then later on our code refers to that and even saves it in a separate file, which is very interesting. Will be able to use the selectors. The code already refers to the selectors, so the code should absolutely work, and we save a lot of time actually refactoring our code in two different ways. You not necessarily have to generate the code in Puppeteer. You can also ask the code to be generated in Python. So here I'm asking ChatGPT to build a Python Selenium automation. And yes, it created the Python Selenium code. Most likely it will work. But what in case if you're not a developer, just starting your development career and you want to learn programming? You can always ask ChatGPT to explain the code for you. You can use either ChatGPT, the web page, to do so, or you can of course put it here and as a new command, explain in details what the code does. And as you are able to see here, everything is explained, and you can use it to learn programming. Summarizing, GPT is a great programming assistant. Maybe it will not get everything right, but it can provide a huge efficiency gain, especially with tools like Microbots AI that provides that additional efficiency boost. I encourage you to try the extension. It's definitely a new programming experience. Thank you for watching, and hear you soon.